We have an epiphany. Interesting, the answers will come. Revelation, discovery, vision, realization, inspiration, insight, enlightenment, guidance. So it feels like there are answers coming towards you, or it could be that whoever you are connected to, because we had that connected card, so whoever you are energetically connected to could be having a breakthrough moment here, or a light bulb moment, and some sort of realization. And we have memories. So this is Six of Cups energy, so it does feel like someone from your past, replaying sweet past memories. So it could be that you are currently in separation and maybe you are connecting with other people. Maybe you are connecting with people online, through your social media, or even in the 3D, like in your everyday life. And maybe it's caused this person to have an epiphany. I'm seeing the Three of Cups. So you could be spending time with your friends, posting online. We have nostalgia, longing, regret, holding on to the past coming back. So it feels like this is about someone from your past. So if you don't want to hear about someone from your past, now's the time to exit. Anyway, let's get into it. All right. Ooh, we have triangle. So this does talk about third-party interference. It also talks about outside interference. So that doesn't have to be a love triangle. This is like an energetic triangle is what I'm hearing. So you'll know what you resonate with. That. So outside interference could be, but is not limited to friends, the opinions of friends, family, work. Someone could have prioritized work. So over this connection, there could be, the energy of love being a third-party interference. It could also be healing, like healing that needs to happen. You could have been dealing with someone who had a fear of commitment, and we have real love. So it does feel... That's really interesting. You could have felt a very special connection with this person. You could have loved this person, but there was some kind of outside interference is what's coming through right away. So let's see what we need to know. What do we need to know? We have foreigner. So you could be dealing with someone who's not from where you are. This card also talks about differences. So there could be a difference in age. There could be a difference in culture. And actually, with the third-party interference card, I was actually hearing, it's when I said healing. Someone could be awakened. And someone could be unawakened. And if you are awakened and you're vibing high and they're unawakened and they're vibing low, it can be very hard to energetically meet. It feels like you're unconnected with this person right now. There could be distance between you with this card. It also says leaving all that is familiar. So it feels like if this love is going to mature, there's a need to leave behind the past version of something or leave something behind. So, maybe someone needs to move or someone needs to, I keep hearing leave a past version of themselves behind. Interesting. We have sunglasses. So it feels like someone is watching you right now. And that's what I was getting earlier with the connecting card, that someone could be watching you, someone you're not connected with, someone from your past. And you could be looking very good. You could be spending time with friends, connecting with others. And I feel like this person has had some sort of epiphany about you. What else do we need to know? We have an unexpected apology coming in. So maybe you're not expecting to hear from this person. Maybe, you've walked away from this connection or you haven't heard from them in a while. It feels like it comes out of nowhere. And maybe for a while you were expecting an apology, but it never came. And now it feels like randomly, out of nowhere, you're going to pick up your phone and you're going to see their name on your phone. When least expected, expect the unexpected. Expect this apology. Forgiveness, someone returning, it's not over. Closure, confession, regret, making things right. So we did see that memories, someone is in regret over losing you. And for some of you, maybe this gives you the closure that you need to move on, if that's what you want. But this feels more like a heartfelt apology to me, coming in to renew lost love very unexpectedly. So maybe you thought you heard the last of this person. What else do we need to know? You could have also met them very unexpectedly. We have will overcome issues at hand. So it feels like these obstacles will be overcome. This could also be someone who's coming in for, if you're someone who's awakened and you're someone who's healing and this person needs to awaken and heal, they could be coming in to ask you for your help with healing. Of course, it's not our job to fix others, but, I feel like this person is coming in very sincere, maybe asking for your support in their healing journey. We also have the Ace of Cups here in this card. So you can see the Ace of Hearts there, so that is the Ace of Cups, and it says, taking chances, leap of faith, a lot at stake, facing fears. Someone here could be a gambler. You could be dealing with someone who's afraid to come in and ask for support because maybe they didn't leave the situation. Maybe they burned a bridge. I don't mean they didn't leave the situation. I stopped that sentence. Maybe they didn't leave in the best way. They could have burned the bridge on their way out, and this is about them facing their fears and reaching out here for support with an apology. So someone taking a leap of faith towards you, someone rolling the dice. We have good luck, good things are manifesting, beautiful. So we have blessed connection, fortune, lucky break, good opportunity, great chance, joyful occasion. So you're manifesting something good here. Whatever you're manifesting seems to be coming in. It says tempting offer. So I feel like you will be tempted by this offer because I feel like this person is coming in very sincere and you are going to be tempted here to hear them out and to maybe even give them another chance. It also says love that involves risk and taking a chance. So this could also be about you. Like maybe this is someone that you've completely shut the door on or thought like, ugh, they'll never come back. And there might be some sort of temptation for you. Like if they come in completely different, leaving how they showed up in the past completely behind, leaving the third-party interference behind, it could be that you're tempted to give them another chance, even though maybe in the past. Like maybe for some of you, this person, I don't want to say they don't deserve another chance, but they could have burned a bridge on their way out. So maybe you were at peace with, I guess they're not coming back. I'm going to move forward, going to connect with new people. So I feel like you're going to be tempted by this offer to hear them out. It says it's a blessed connection, real love. So there are mutual feelings here, mature love. So perhaps, this person needed to mature and you needed to mature before you could have a healthy, sincere connection. This is someone coming in a healthy and sincere way. What's on the bottom? Something about manifesting. I'll check it out in a moment. We have manifesting coming in soon. The wait is over, in the works, allowing conscious thinking, dreams into reality, revelation. So whatever this is, you're attracting it in. Yeah, I feel like this person ghosted you and you haven't heard from them in a while. They just went silent. I feel like they needed time to mature. They're coming in heartfelt, it says. We'll get one more. All right, so we got, this makes sense. We have guarded, needing time to feel secure. And that's what I was getting with that tempted energy, that you're going to be tempted to let your guard down. And obviously, if intuitively you feel like you shouldn't let your guard down, then don't. But it feels like when this person comes in, you may be a little guarded. I feel like this is you. It says cautious, so I feel like you're going to be cautious. You want to see if this person has actually changed, and it says hard work, and achieving the impossible. So maybe you thought it was impossible that this person would ever come back or would ever mature. Oh my gosh, we have reunion. So there is a message here that I feel like this has been very stuck and stagnant, and when they come in, someone has their guard up. I feel like it's you, but it could be them. Energy is fluid. I think it's only one person that's guarded when this offer comes in. So that's either going to be you or it's going to be them. You could have also been dealing with someone who had emotional armor up, so had a fear of being emotionally vulnerable, had a fear of intimacy, fear of commitment. It does look like your hard work is being rewarded here, and there's success and the ability or the possibility of reunion. But it may take some more hard work, like reconnecting with this person. It might take a little time to see that change and to take your guard down. If it's them, it could take them a little while to take their guard down, but the story is not over. Getting together, mending, reconciliation, harmonizing, compromise, meeting again. And for some of you, with that 4-leaf clover, it could be that. You run into, like if you're in the same place as this person, you could like serendipitously run into them. The universe could arrange a meeting. All right, so let's get tarot. Someone could have, that card, the take a risk card, does mention gambling. So there could be someone who gambles or plays cards or something. All right, so let's use this deck. And interesting, we have that's strange. We have the Empress on the bottom. And look at that shield that's on the ground. I feel like we have Taurus and Libra here with the Empress. You could be a divine feminine. I feel like you've been, nurturing yourself. You've been healing. I do not chase. I attract. I do not walk towards things that are not for my highest good. There's something about, it feels like as soon as you let your guard down, you know what song I'm hearing? I'm hearing a Taylor Swift song. What song is that? I forgot that you existed. So it feels to me like it could happen on a day where this could be someone that you used to heavily think about. And it almost feels the minute you let your guard down and you're not thinking about them, that's when they pop back up. Interesting. There's something about this shield here. All right, well, let's just see what happens here. We have the happy squirrel. That's the next to the sun. That's the happiest card in this deck. That's beautiful. The squirrel, someone here could have ADHD. We have strength. So typically, the Empress is the feminine on the strength card. There could be some sort of test coming, and this person could have shown you their ego, right? You could have tamed their ego. I just heard taming a player. I don't know. Leo energy, but this could be some kind of test to see if you can stay in feminine energy. And what I mean by that is to not start chasing, to not start giving away all your energy. Can you let it unfold naturally? We have the Hermit and the Two of Cups in reverse. So what did I just say? A test about giving away all your energy. That is so magical because the Two of Cups in reverse does talk about doing that. So the Two of Cups in reverse is about an energetic imbalance. Once, you know, one person is giving more than the other. So this could be a test for you to make sure that you don't start giving your energy away again, or overgiving. The Two of Cups in reverse also talks about separation and disharmony, miscommunication. And we have the Hermit, so it feels like Virgo energy. So it feels like during this time of separation and disharmony, there was a lot of soul searching that happened, a lot of healing. All right, so let's see. What's happening here? We've got the Five of Swords in reverse, making amends, reconciliation, healing, the end of self-sabotage, and we've got the Ace of Swords, which is communication. It's a breakthrough moment. So this person is not coming in to fight. They're coming in to make amends, to reconciliate with you. There's the potential of reconciliation, and we've got the King of Swords. That's really interesting. Whoa, what is going on here? You could be the same gender. You don't have to be. Please don't take that as this isn't your reading. I just wanted to mention it. It could be that you have other people in your energy, like you have multiple people in your energy, because we've got 1, 2, 3 kings here, and we've got the Devil in reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Coins. I don't know why I'm looking at all these, the Three of Wands. So this is really interesting. You could have been dealing with someone who, we've got 3 kings here, and then we've got the Devil in reverse. So there could have been some like toxic behavior here that this person needed to heal. You could be dealing with maybe this is a big collective. You could be dealing with an air sign. You could be dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with a water sign. But it almost feels like this is someone who's been maturing. And when I start to see multiple court cards like that, it's an indication of either you have multiple people in your energy coming towards you or already in your energy, or that the person you're connected to has been learning lessons and healing, like the Shadow with the Devil right there in reverse, healing the shadow attributes of these cards, and you have mature love. So when I start to see multiple kings, multiple queens, that's an indication of someone working through all of their energies. I'm actually seeing the Magician as well. The Magician is someone working on all of their elements. So the King of Swords is about truth and clarity. The King of Coins is about stability, like coming in with a stable offer, maturity. The King of Cups is about being more emotionally intelligent. The shadow attributes. The King of Swords can sometimes be hurtful with words, can be cold and detached. You could have been dealing with someone who was hot and cold, inconsistent. The King of Swords also has a hard time. The shadow has a hard time taking accountability. The King of Coins in reverse is someone who is not grounded, could be more focused on their career than love. So that could have been the third-party interference. The King of Cups in reverse, or the shadows, are someone who comes across as emotionally manipulative, doesn't put in very much effort towards the connection, has emotional reactions. So it feels like this is what's been healing. Capricorn energy as well in there. Anyway, you've got communication and a fuzzball and reconciliation here. Making amends. My plant just moved. Did you see it? That was cool. All right, I'm just going to look at you first. Show me the viewer. I just heard, I forgot that you existed. I shouldn't laugh. So 4 of Coins in reverse, it feels like. 7 of Coins. It feels like you're starting to, you're starting to release your attachment on this person. 7 of Pentacles, it feels like you've been waiting for something to manifest here for a long time, maybe. You know, the 4 of Coins in art in the upright talks about feeling insecure, holding back. It talks about like clinging to the past. So the fact that it's in reverse, it feels like you might be in the energy of you're beginning to be more open to whatever manifests or whatever comes in. You could be starting to open your heart to others or think about new love, for example, because I feel like whatever you've been manifesting here has taken a while. And again, I'm hearing that song, I Forgot That You Existed. And I'm not saying that. You forgot this person existed. But it almost feels like when you let go of the outcome and you kind of decide, I'm going to be more open to whatever comes towards me, that's when you hear from this person. Yeah, you could be thinking about opening yourself up to new love or getting out there with the Knight of Wands there. You could already be flirting with others. Like I said, you could be starting to energetically release this person or mentally release this person. You're definitely feeling up like there's an openness about you with this 4 of Coins. In reverse, and remember, the Empress had their guard down. So I do feel like you're starting to, it does say starting to release what you've been manifesting. So it's almost like, and I don't mean in a bad way, I mean like detachment. This is a good thing. Just because you detach does not mean that that person will never come back or that you don't want them back. When you detach, it allows you and you're open to what the universe is going to send in. It opens the door for something that's aligned with your highest. good, whether it's a new person or it's this person leaving the past version of themselves behind. I feel like maybe you were holding on to that person. I hope that makes sense. There's detachment here, and you could be, yeah, you're letting go of attachment. It says it right here, and focusing on gratitude. So you could be focusing on what you do have. Interesting. Let's get your person's energy. We have the 5 of coins in reverse. What is happening? This is very interesting to me. We've got the 5 of coins in reverse, which shows positive changes, overcoming adversity, wanting to come home. This person has been making positive changes, which is what I was getting on the bottom of the deck with all those kings and the devil in reverse. This is someone who's hoping that you're going to welcome them. We've got the 10 of wands on the bottom and the page of swords, so this person wants to talk. Page of swords energy, they're definitely watching you, feeling very weighed down because they want to start a conversation with you. There could be something there. The magician. Didn't I say I was seeing the magician? Someone asked, what do you mean when you say that? I mean, in my third eye, I was seeing the magician. This is a sign of progress. The 10 of wands is about being weighed down, and it's almost like the universe keeps putting more weight on this person, trying to make them pick up that ace of wands. And the 10 of wands, progress is being made, even if you can't see it. So I do think that whatever this person is seeing in your energy is weighing very heavily on them. And we have the magician, so we have more air energy. The magician is Gemini and Virgo, which is about, it is about communication. It's about working on all their elements. So this person has been working on all of their elements. And then we have the 8 of cups underneath. So they are walking away from something here. And I'm not talking about you. Remember this card. They're walking away from the things that interfered with this connection, getting ready to take a leap of faith. The risk card, Aries energy, leap of faith, taking a chance. The King of Wands. Oh my gosh, that was the only king that wasn't on the bottom of the deck. We had all those kings, so now we have fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I feel like there's one more thing your person needs to make positive change with, and it's the King of Wands energy. So shadow attributes of the King of Wands. This person could have been arrogant. They could have been stubborn. They could have prioritized their hobbies and the things they wanted to do over this connection. I'm hearing George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life when he's shaking her in the stairwell and he's saying, I want to do what I want to do. And it feels like with the magician, I was talking about how this is someone working on all of their elements. So it feels like the final thing they're working on is that King of Wands energy. And the King of Wands is about taking bold action. My goodness. Let's see how you feel about them. The Tower and the Wise Cat. So the Wise Cat, 22 could be symbolic. The Wise Cat is, to me, it does speak of High Priestess energy, but it feels like you know better than to walk into a bad situation. For how you feel about this person, so, something ended here with the Tower, and you were both thrown out of this tower. And I always talk about how you can stay in the tower and ignore the red flags. And what I mean by that is, imagine you're in the top of the tower. Sword in the stone could be symbolic. Imagine you're in the top of the tower and it's shaking and it's rumbling and the universe is throwing red flags at you. You better get out of this tower, but you stay in the tower. You delay the inevitable because, you love them. If you don't get out of that tower, the universe will throw you out. Divine intervention. And I'm also noticing the fact that above the masculine, there's a crown. And I've been talking about all these masculine energies, not masculine, not gender, where this person needs to mature. So it feels like that could be how you feel about this person, that they were too immature or that they needed to mature. There could have been something quite unhealthy about this connection with the Tower energy. And I feel like this connection has changed the way you look at love and what you feel you deserve. And your standards in the most positive way is what I'm hearing. I feel like it's maybe led to heightened intuition, and I feel like you are wiser than to get back into that crumbling tower, which could be why you're guarded when they come in. And underneath that, there's the 4 of Wands. So you could feel like, there is or was the potential for a reunion here. 3 of Swords. There's definitely an energy where I feel like you're very intuitive. And I feel like if it felt right, you would want to reconcile with this person, but that you are wiser now, and you'll be able to tell if they've changed or not. All right, let's see how they're feeling about you. I always get more cards for them. How are they feeling about you? Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear it, but my son, my kids are autistic, and my son has this stim that he does where he obsessively clears his throat. Family Stone could be symbolic. That movie could be symbolic. But it's almost like I can hear him, and it's reminding me of the throat chakra, which is about communication. For how they feel about you, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone who sees you as very down to earth, nurturing, loving, mature. Mature. Did you hear him there clearing his throat? This person feels like maybe you're older than them. You don't have to be. My son in his throat, oh my gosh. I feel like this person feels the energy of commitment with you, but they ran from commitment. They didn't commit to this. And they see you protecting your pinnacle, or they feel like you are protecting their pinnacle, and that you've learned some sort of lesson, and that you won't accept less than you deserve, is what I'm hearing. Because we have the 10 of Swords in reverse, so it feels like you've learned a lesson about them. And now, you're protecting your pentacle. You could be very focused on your career right now. You could be very focused on your children, your home. You could, make more money than this person, have a nicer home. You could have nicer things, a car. You don't have to. Let's get some more for how they feel about you. We have, look, right underneath the 10 of Swords in reverse, which is about reconciliation and wanting to put a connection back. Together, we have Justice. But look at these cards. This is their current energy. We have a big fat tear on their cheek. They want to overcome the obstacles. Remember that support card and overcoming the obstacles? But their body language with these two cards, they're facing you here and your back is turned. And again, you're focused on yourself here. You can even see it in this 4 of Coins. You're focused on yourself right now. Every time I get over here, I hear that song, I Forgot That You Existed. And Justice. So this person feels like they need to come forward. If they're going to reconciliate with you and make things right, they need to come forward with honesty and accountability and balance and an apology. How is this person feeling about you? We have Earth energy there. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords. They definitely feel like you've surrendered. And we have the 3 of Coins, which could be about that connecting card that I saw. So I feel like this person feels like you are no longer thinking about them. You're no longer in your head about them, and you're connecting with others. This could be like collaborating with others, like your friends or at work. What I'm also seeing is that this person with the 8 of Swords in reverse, it's almost like this person feels like you freed yourself from them. Now, the other thing I need to talk about is the 8 of Swords in reverse does talk about a new perspective. So this person is seeing you in a new light. They have a new perspective of what it takes to come together and get on the same page and cooperate, which maybe they didn't have before. We've got the 5 of Wands in reverse now, which is about, there's so many 5s in reverse, and 5s are about change. But the 5 of Wands is about they want resolution, overcoming obstacles. The happy squirrel. One more for how they feel about you. How are they feeling about you? We've got the 9 of Coins and the Hierophant. Oh my goodness gracious. The Queen of Cups is poking out. So again, look at the body language of that. The Queen of Cups facing the other way, covered cup. So I definitely feel like this person feels like you're protecting your energy or focusing on self-love. You could be a healer. You could be a spiritual healer with the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups. But this is someone who feels like you... Look at this. Look at this. Little mini Empress releasing that dove. Again, your person feels like you're releasing them is what I feel. Oh my gosh, I just said mini Empress. Now we have the Empress. So this person definitely feels like maybe they've watched you transform and spiritually ascend from the old version of yourself to the mini Empress to Empress energy. For how they feel about you, you're irreplaceable. Nobody compares to the Empress. This also speaks of a soul contract. And we have the 2 keys here. So this person feels like you hold the key to their heart. They feel a higher level of commitment to you. The 9 of Coins is showing that they feel like you're glowing, you're doing well. You don't need them. You have everything you need. They've got you up on a pedestal, my friend. My goodness. I want to see let's go with intentions. I immediately heard intentions, so we'll start there. Intentions? Now we've got the 9 of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Coins. So the 9 of Swords in reverse, the 3 of Wands, death, rebirth. So this person wants a rebirth. They want a fresh start. Their intentions? I knew it. They're coming in for support. They're coming into... This is about wanting to heal and recover this. When it's in reverse, and it's also about getting support. So they want to... I'm not saying that's the only reason they're coming in, but there's some sort of stable offer coming from this person. It's going to be heartfelt. It's going to be stable. This is about wanting to alleviate their stress. So clearly, they are thinking about this. They're stressed out that you've energetically released them, and that's the thing. When you energetically detach, the other person can feel it, even if they don't understand it. There's people yelling outside. So the 9 of Swords in reverse is about alleviating their stress by talking to you, having a conversation with you, coming in with a stable offer, whatever that looks like for you. Three of Wands is about growth, so they could want support with healing or growth. It's also about taking the relationship to the next stage. So I feel like this person wants to start something that will lead to commitment. They want to heal and recover this. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Let's see what action they're going to take. What action are they taking? Oh my gosh, you cannot make this up. We have the Chariot, and here they come. Green eyes could be symbolic. Have you noticed that all of these cards have green eyes? So this person, their action coming towards you, this is Cancer energy. They're taking the reins here. They're taking control of the situation, and they're coming in, and this is the fastest moving card. Thank you, Mr. Crow, for confirming. So you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to break it down here. They want to invest in this connection. I'm also noticing like number synchronicities. So we have 9-9. Now we have 7-7. So they want to invest in this connection. They want to come into alignment. And kind of when I was talking about when you're more mature or healed or awakened and they're not, you can't come into energetic alignment. Think of it like the horses. Like if only one horse is pulling straight in alignment and the other one is like veering off, that chariot's going to topple over. That crow is going nuts outside. Yes, Mr. Crow, I hear you. I'm going to look at the next 4 weeks, the connecting energy in the next 4 weeks. Connecting energy in the next 4 weeks. Well, we have judgment. We have judgment here, which is about a resurrection. It's about, we do have temperance, things coming into balance. You've got the Hierophant. Whoa, the Empress. So I feel like in the next 4 weeks, you are not chasing this person. And I feel like they come in and you have to make a judgment call. And remember, this says, needs time to feel secured. And this is about being patient. So I feel like in the next 4 weeks, you hear from this person and you need to make a judgment call. The ball is in your court, is what I'm hearing. This is about a renewal. It's also, you know, we see this person blowing their horn. So I feel like this person is going to communicate with you, have a conversation with you. Temperance shows needing time to feel secured, needing time to let your guard down with that Empress, putting their guard down. Look at all the major arcanas. Something big is happening in the next 4 weeks. The Three of Swords, that's the apology. That's the making amends and forgiveness. And again, if you don't want to let your guard down, you have every right to keep your guard up. You do, you boo. I don't know why I said that. Maybe somebody says that. Sagittarius energy, Taurus, and Libra. Page of Cups is about new perspectives. So I feel like once you see a new perspective, that's when you put your guard down. For some of you, you may look, and then there's the World, which is the end of a chapter, the beginning of a new one. For some of you, you may have to make a choice between new love and this person. What is your advice? What is your advice? 6 of Swords and the Star. So that's interesting. You'll know. Remember that cat card that came out? You'll know. Listen to your intuition. It's funny because the High Priestess is about being guarded. It's about like, you know, you intuitively know what's going on, but you kind of, it can be about being guarded and trusting your intuition. So it's almost like Spirit saying, brown eyes could be symbolic. It's almost like Spirit saying, your advice is to remain guarded until you can see if they've healed, if they've changed, and only then can you move forward into calmer waters. And maybe for some of you, this person, like if you feel they haven't changed and healed, maybe this gives you the closure that you need to move on, right? It's what are you manifesting? Aquarius, Pisces energy here. All right. So let's get some channeled messages from this person. And what's interesting is I feel I have pointless information for you, but it makes sense. I have a doctor's appointment in 25 minutes. And usually I have ADHD and I get stuck in waiting mode. So when something's happening, it's almost like I'm paralyzed and I can't do anything. So usually like I wouldn't be doing a reading, but I felt like doing this reading for you. And I kept like thinking about the time. I have to get this, like I'm running out of time. I have to get this reading done. So there was this pressure to get, like not pressure, but I felt this energetic pull to get this reading done before my doctor's appointment. And now that I'm looking at your person's energy, it's almost like that's what they're experiencing. They feel this. Need to apologize and make amends before it's too late, before you move on. Because they can feel that you're detaching energetically, even if they don't understand what that means. I'm not talking about, I don't think they have like a conscious awareness that you're detaching. It's more subconscious, if that makes sense. It's almost like imagine you're tied together with that string, the invisible string, and when you're tugging on it, it's like they resist it, is what I'm hearing. But now that you're detaching, they feel, and you're going this way energetically, it's like they feel the pull on your energy, even if they don't understand what that means. So let's get some channeled messages for you. We're just going to get a few. I also chose very colorful cards for you. I'm not sure. Maybe you add color to their life. I don't know. All right, so what does this person want to say? Let me cut the deck. We have enlightenment. The truth has been illuminated. I can't hide from what you've shown me. Ace of Swords, breakthrough. Epiphany. Remember the Epiphany. All right, what does this person want to say? I have to split this deck into 2. What does this person want to say? You want to come out? Okay. That's one half. I'm just going to do that one more time. Spirit's saying one more time. All right, that's enough of that. I said a few. Spirit was like, keep going. Head over heart. Interesting. Trying not to mess up my spread. You could have triggered this person. All right. I've been programmed to focus on the tangible items. What is right in front of me? So the third party interference could have been this person focusing on money, career, before this connection. Actually, I want to take this card and this card. Can I get it? Oh my goodness. Someone's humming the Jeopardy music. I can hear it. How long is it going to take me to pick up this card? There we go. All right. So we have best friends. We share everything with one another. You get me. So you and this person could have just clicked. Maybe you were friends first. Angry. Clearly you triggered this person. You know, they could have been quite reactive. I said that with the King of Cups. So this person could have thought you were like purposely pushing their buttons or triggering them, which I don't think you were. Ooh, we have sexual tension. You've been on their mind. All the things they want to do to you. We did have the King of Wands. Guided. My guides are helping to assist in this divine connection. New insight, new perspectives. 8. Of Swords in reverse. Remember? All talk. I know you are tired of hearing my excuses. All talk, no actions. That kind of reminds me of that King of Swords that we saw. Like, where their words weren't matching their actions. Sweets. You are like candy cake and chocolate. The decadence of your soul makes me melt. Fantasizing. I fantasize a better future together. Our home, kids, vacations. I want it all. So it feels like by doing that, they're actually manifesting you, whether they know it or not. Priority. You are no longer an option. I am making you a priority. Actions match their words. I was just saying that. You. You make me feel alive. I choose you without a doubt. My heart yearns for you. Soulmates. I'm drawn to you in a way I've never experienced before. A love so deep and complex. Divine feminine. You're a goddess who healed me and transformed me to my higher self. And head over heart. So their heart said yes, but the mind was saying no, which is that King of Swords energy. So it feels like they pushed this love away. And I was actually just talking to a friend about this, about how, you know, your heart says one thing, your mind, your ego says another. And sometimes a lot of us, it's easier for us to listen to our fear and our ego, when really it should be the other way around. We should be listening to our heart. But sometimes we need to think about things logically, if that makes sense. Anyway, nervous. You make me nervous. I am scared to approach you. Definitely, they're in their head about approaching you. Thankful. I'm thankful to have you in my life for both the small and large things you do. You are my muse, my inspiration to create. You ignite my soul. I didn't know whether I wanted to be just friends or lovers, or if I was ready for a relationship. So they could have, like, this could have been a situationship, King of Wands. I can't tell if this is like you're dealing with a divine masculine, or I'm just channeling like a lot of different people right now. With all that king energy, I allowed my pride and ego to get in the way of our connection, isolation. I needed to be alone to figure out who I am and who I wanted to be. Comfort zone. I am releasing fears and stepping out of my comfort zone to come close to you. Fragmentation. Until we make our shadows conscious, we will still continue to hurt others. You know what I just thought of for some reason when I pulled that card? I had an image of like trying to try. You know what it's like when you're trying to buy something online and they only have one left, or it's selling out fast, or even here on here, we call it Kijiji. I don't know where it is, what it is everywhere else. But a lot of times on Kijiji, when something really good is up, you have to act fast and go pick it up as soon as. It's possible because even if you say you're interested and arrange a time, oftentimes people who can come quicker to pick up the item, the seller will just give it to them. I don't know how many times I tried to get something on Kijiji, and then by the time I showed up, they're like, oh yeah, somebody already came. It was like, but you told me that you were going to give it to me. Anyway, my point is that that's what popped into my head when I saw that card. So there's definitely this energy that this person is afraid that they're going to miss out if they don't act. I don't even know if I read that card because I was getting a download. Fragmentation. Until we make our shadows conscious, we will still continue to hurt others. So whatever this person did to you, if they don't heal it, they'll do the same thing to somebody else. And probably whatever you've learned, whatever lesson you've learned here, maybe it was something that you went through with friendships and other romantic relationships. But moving forward, I feel like you know what you deserve. Anyway, we have expression. I want the whole world to know you are mine and only mine. So yeah, there's this energy where this person wants to conquer you, which is kind of emperor energy. And then that's perfect. That's perfect. Over it. They know you are over the games and will no longer accept less than you deserve. I said that. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here. But my beautiful friends, I am sending you lots of love and light. Thank you for your patience with the zodiac readings, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.